It sounds like Robert Thomas is going to move from St. Louis. It might be Buffalo, which would be a great story. It'd be interesting to see Buffalo do that because this is their first year in the dance. And
Yeah.
for that,
Well, let me ask you this, Brian. If they add Robert Thomas, going into the playoffs, the Buffalo Sabres are what?
I'd still say they're fighting for, in my opinion, the third best odds to win the East, which is still worthy of going for it. It means it's reasonable to expect it could happen. Like they've been getting great goaltending. Everything's come together. When you go on a heater like this, everything's coming together. I think Tampa and Carolina deserve the benefit of the doubt based on their pedigree, their history, their coaching. But is Buffalo better than Montreal, Detroit, Pittsburgh, the Islanders? Yeah, I think you can make that case. Yeah, I think you can make that case.
And we talk about that compare that group of D Sabres to the Leafs. The way they can move the puck, led by their captain, Dahlin. Like, he can really move the puck. They've got a lot of guys who can move that puck, and those forwards love it.
Yep.
My question is this for you guys. I mean, this is one better for Craig Button. Why is St. Louis so hot to trade Roberto Thomas? What are they like?
Struddy, I
do they
said
have
the
another
same
one?
thing yesterday. It's like they're so horny to get rid of this guy, and as an other team, there has to be something where you're looking at it saying,
I agree.
What are we missing here? We got to do a deep dive into why they're so fired up to get rid of this guy, because maybe there's something we don't want to find out. I've always loved the kid. I thought he was a great player. He was a part of their championship team. He's strong as an ox. He can make plays. But why is he the guy they pinpointed that they want to move? And I want to find that out ASAP.
Because it was Kairu's name was always, and all of a sudden, last little while it's Thomas. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, this guy's a pretty good player.
Yeah.
And not a bad cap hit. Like, his cap isn't crazy, considering where we're at in terms of the salary cap.
I guess it comes down to St. Louis maybe just acknowledging that everything's out, and that's a 3 or 4 or 5 year plan. You know what I mean? Like, there's different plans for every team. Why you'd move off a guy like that. It sounds like Binnington, his name could be out there, and we'll see. Again, cap hit and the way he's played this year, I think St. Louis would trade him in a heartbeat. I'm sure they would if they could get a good deal for him. But, Buffalo, the idea of a team, because a lot of times teams, when they first make it, they ease into it, right? It's like, looking for a fourth-line depth veteran guy, or maybe a depth on defense. We don't want to get crazy because we're not sure we trust what we see. It's like where Buffalo, if they buck that trend, I will give them a ton of credit because I think what they'd be thinking is the door's open for us. And we have a difficult time acquiring pieces to Buffalo. It's tough. Free agency isn't what it once was in the NHL. There aren't a lot of guys who get there. Those that do, a lot of money out there. They're going to pick Buffalo? Maybe not. So if you feel like you've got the pieces to pull the trigger on that deal, and there's your guy who you can team up with Thompson, and you're maybe going to re-sign Tuck, and you got that defense core. Alex Lyon's been unbelievable. All right, go for it. That's their plan. They're not going to ease into it. Like, I'm curious what a team like Montreal is going to do, or Detroit. Like, Detroit's going to make it for the first time in a long time. Is Steve Yzerman going to take a huge swing?
Well, remember last year, Dylan
easy?
Larkin had some comments saying, well,
Right.
kind of, we were like,
and the
thanks
wheels
a lot.
fell off. Exactly. Yeah. So, but I think the natural viewpoint of most GMs is to be conservative. Like, let's get to the playoffs first. I don't know if we can win. Let's make sure they've got what it takes to win in the playoffs, et cetera, et cetera. Buffalo may say, screw it, man. We're going for the first time in 14 years, and we're going to party. Like,
But
we're
Yarmo
going
has that
for
history,
it here.
right? Remember when he was with Columbus? That year they won. I think they beat Tampa that year. They had the option to trade away, I think, Panarin and Bobrovsky. Instead, they added.
Right.
And I think that's the year they won one round. I might be wrong,
Matt
guys.
Duchene, they went out and got. He left.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Insane that he did that. But he has a history of being aggressive. And fan bases love that, man. Let's go all in. Let's go all in. So
they're jacked in Buffalo, man.